Welcome back to Finance in Action, where we turn complex data into winning decisions. I'm your host, Mia.
And I'm Alex. It's great to be here.
Alex, last time we redefined the role of a finance business partner. Today, let's get our hands dirty and dive into, well, one of the most high-stakes areas of any business, pricing. I've heard from so many leaders who face the same, frustrating problem.
Hmm?
Their revenue is growing, the sales team is hitting its numbers, but then at the end of the quarter, they're just left wondering, where did all the profit go?
You've just described the great profit mystery, Mia. It's a classic symptom of a deeper issue. See, the problem is that most companies treat pricing as a simple, reactive calculation. Cost plus desired margin equals price.
Right.
They see it as sales' problem or marketing's job. And that passive mindset is the #1 reason profits mysteriously evaporate.
That sounds all too familiar. So, if that's the wrong approach, what's the revolution in thinking that needs to happen?
The revolution is this.
Okay,
Pricing is the most powerful strategic lever you have, not just a reaction to your costs. And in this new world, finance must step up to become the emphatic pricing architect.
the pricing architect. I love that. It shifts the image from a gatekeeper checking numbers to a designer who's actively building the company's profitability. A much more powerful role.
Infinitely more powerful. An architect doesn't just show up at the end to inspect the building, they create the blueprint from the very beginning. It's about designing profitability by intent.
So, what blueprints or strategic tools does this architect have in their toolkit?
I like to think of it as 5 strategic weapons every finance leader needs to master. The first, which sounds basic but is fundamentally different when done right, is cost plus pricing.
Okay.
The key here is that the FBP calculates the true cost. We're not just talking about, the basic cost of goods.
Right.
We're including logistics, distribution, and allocated overheads to establish a rock-solid profit floor.
So you're starting with the complete truth on costs. That makes sense. What's the second weapon? I imagine it involves keeping an eye on the neighbors.
Exactly, competitor-based pricing. But here again, the strategic FBP doesn't just react and say, our competitor dropped their price by 5%, we have to match it.
No, of course not.
That's a race to the bottom. The architect's job is to immediately simulate the impact. Ask, if we follow them, what does that do to our gross margin? Are we igniting a price war that will exhaust us both?
That's turning reactive data into proactive strategy. It brings us to the third weapon, value-based pricing. This one feels like the holy grail. But how do you actually put a number on value?
This is where the FPP creates immense value. You shift the entire conversation. The old question was, how much does this cost us to make?
Yeah.
The architect asks, what is the outcome or relief worth to our customer, and what are they willing to pay for it?
So, finance uses data to analyze customer lifetime value, or CLV, to understand who their most profitable customers are and what makes them so valuable. Okay.
And then designs pricing tiers to match.
And that leads directly into what you called the money pit before we started recording, promotions and discounts.
The home of fake revenue. This is our fourth strategy, promotional and discount strategy. The FBP's job is to answer the million-dollar question.
Which is?
Is this buy one, get one free campaign actually creating new profit, or is it just a sugar rush?
A sugar rush.
Yes, a temporary spike in sales that looks great on the surface. We have to measure the true ROI by separating incremental sales, that's business we genuinely wouldn't have gotten otherwise, from cannibalization.
Cannibalization. You mean when we're just giving a discount to loyal customers who were going to buy the product from us anyway at full price?
You've nailed it. That's a direct hit to your margin. And FBP uses data to expose that and guides marketing towards promotions that generate real incremental profit.
A truth teller with a spreadsheet. I love it. Okay,
what's the fifth and final weapon?
It's channel-driven pricing. I mean, the profitability of selling a product in a massive supermarket versus on your own e-commerce site versus through a local distributor is completely different.
Right.
Each has unique trade costs, rebates, and fees, so the FBP performs a gross-to-net analysis to reveal the true profitability of each channel
Wow.
and guides the business on where to invest and how to structure deals.
This is incredible. When you put it all together, it's a complete transformation. Finance moves from a siloed function that just says no to a strategic partner that shows the business how to win profitably.
That's the entire game, Mia. Pricing is the ultimate lever. Remember this. A 1% improvement in price can boost operating profit by as much as 11%.
11%? It's the most sensitive lever you have. And the finance architect, with that 360-degree view of all the company's data,
Is the only person who can truly operate it with precision.
from scorekeeper to value creator, a fantastic summary of the modern finance team's potential. Thank you, Alex, for breaking that down for us. And that brings us to the end of our episode. Now, here's a question we'd like you to think about. Looking at your own organization, is your pricing strategy a deliberate blueprint designed by an architect? Or is it an accidental structure built by reacting to a dozen different pressures? Join us next time on Finance in Action.